May be seated. Ed Brandt is a 1981 graduate of the University of Findlay, where he majored in religion. He then earned a Master of Divinity from Princeton Theological Seminary, a Doctor of Ministry from Lancaster Theological Seminary, and a Master in Strategic Studies from the United States Army War College. Ed's studies prepared him for over 35 years of pastoral service. He served churches in Pennsylvania, Delaware, Southern California, and Michigan, with a number of members ranging from 50 to 2,200, and also served in the National Guard as a chaplain before retiring with nearly 32 years of service in May 2021. He attained the rank of Brigadier General in the United States Army Chaplain Corps, and most recently was the Chief Chaplain, National Guard Bureau. In that role, he provided religious support for over 450,000 National Guard service members through the work of over 1,200 chaplains across the 50 states, 3 territories, and the District of Columbia. Honors Ed has received include being recognized by UF as a distinguished alumnus in 2018, being invited by the Chief of Chaplains, U.S. Army, to preach at the 2019 Easter Sunrise Service at Arlington National Cemetery, and receiving the 2020 Moss Award from Lancaster Theological Seminary for distinguished service in the practice of specialized ministry. Ed was recently named as pastor for Lele Presbyterian Church, Naples, Florida. Sorry, I think that's Lele Presbyterian Church. I hope the good people of Naples will forgive me. He has 3 children, and with his wife Jane, dote on their 3 granddaughters and their beautiful Akita named Brownie. Ed.
Well, good morning. How are you? All right. Dr. Fell, thank you so much. It is Lele Presbyterian Church, okay, Naples, Florida. And it's a lot warmer in Naples than it is here today, I'll tell you that much. So we move on. First of all, congratulations to Dr. Fell for the extension of your contract. That's great. And Liz Ditto, thank you so much for making all the arrangements. I was stuck on a train going from Virginia to Florida for 36 hours. It was Lord of the Flies Railroad Edition. That's what it was for that day. And in preparation for this morning, I called my daughter, who's a registrar at Marion University in Indianapolis, Indiana. I said, Jenny, what should I say? And she says, Dad, they don't want to hear you. They don't care. They want the degrees, and they want to go home. So in that spirit, we'll have a very brief commencement address, okay? Are you with me? Okay, yeah, that's what I want to hear. So there are 3 vignettes that I want to share with you. And the first vignette is in Arlington, Virginia, where we lived for a brief period of time. The route from my home to where I worked at the National Guard Bureau was only 4 miles. And you would pull up to the red light, and you would turn right, and it was right turn on red. And so this past Monday, as I was making my way to Delaware to play some golf before packing up the household goods, I sat behind a vehicle, and I waited. It was red. There was a gap in the traffic. They didn't turn. Gap in the traffic. Didn't turn again. I blew my horn. Gap in the traffic. They didn't turn again. I blew my horn for an extended period of time. The light turned green. They turned right. And there before my eyes was a brand new sign affixed to the stoplight that said, no turn on red. As I passed the vehicle, they gave me the 1-finger wave, and I waved back at them, and life went on. Now, I say this because change happens when you least expect it. We get so ingrained in our routine that we are not open to changes that take place in our lives, those that are expected or unexpected. We all need to adapt to the changes in life that will come, and they come faster every single day. Think about it. True religion is not just a clothing line, right? Genesis was around before Phil Collins' band. Change, it happens. And if you know a little Greek, anybody take some Greek? Skubalon happens. You've seen the bumper sticker. Just replace scubalon with that other word. When change occurs, there's a deep need for us to never lose the human touch in life. Text does not replace touch. Email does not replace expressive emotions. In fact, it exacerbates emotions. And voicemail is no substitute for vibrancy in a relationship. Drop a card in the mail. Send a handwritten note to family, friends, and the people that you love. Let the constant whirlwinds of change be the care that shows comfort and compassion. I have counseled with numerous soldiers, and you know how they got dumped by their significant other? By a text, not even a phone call. Be patient when change happens. Don't allow frustration or holding on to old ways become an obstruction to progress. To quote my go-to theologian, Homer Simpson, to get through the changes of life, remember these 3 pieces of advice. Cover for me. Oh, good idea, boss. Hey, it was like that when I got here. And let me put it in a more realistic way. If your dreams don't scare you, your dreams are not big enough. Life is full of changes, and embrace them with grace and gratitude, and don't get frustrated over a red light. The second vignette is in Prague, Czech Republic. The National Guard has a state partnership program with each of the 50 states, 3 territories, and District of Columbia. In fact, Ohio has a state partnership with Serbia. Texas and Nebraska have a partnership with the Czech Republic. And in 2019, I met with the chief of chaplains of the Czech Republic Army when the state chaplain of Nebraska visited the country. The Czech Republic became a communist satellite country in 1948. And in 1993, the communist rule ended and they became an independent state. My handler, the guy who took care of me, my babysitter, if you will, was a chaplain in the Czech Republic. He was a major in his mid-40s. And I asked him how he became a chaplain, and he shook his head and said it was really tough. I said, what do you mean? He said, my father was a member of the Communist Party. And when I approached him about being a minister in the church, he responded by saying, no son of mine will be a minister. And he took my Bible and he threw it through the window, breaking the glass into shards. Now, I share this story to say value and cling to the freedoms of faith and speech that serve as the cornerstones of this country. This is a land where people can pursue dreams, overcome obstacles, and start over when the wheels of the wagon come off. And after the major told me this story, nothing but a sense of awe and respect filled my heart for this young man. He didn't give up, nor did he give in, but he answered a call to serve, whether it be the ministry or any other vocation that's out there. He didn't allow his parents' diatribe to dash or decimate his dream. Have an insatiable hunger for life and living, because life, it is so short. It just goes like that. Never allow anyone to hold you back from what you want to do. And again, from my go-to theologian, Homer Simpson, who tells Bart, if something is hard to do, then it's not worth doing it. Just stick that guitar in the garage next to your shortwave radio, your karate outfit, your unicycle, and let's go watch some TV. I prefer the following advice from Susan Ertz. She wrote a book called Anger in the Sky, and she describes a conversation between a mother and a daughter, and the mother says to her daughter, so much of life is showing up for a concert, and all you ever hear is the tuning of the strings. Value your freedom to dream, believe, pursue, and grasp at the amazing opportunities this country offers. Give it your all, as that young major did in the Czech Republic. It's so important to do that. And the third vignette, the last vignette, is here today in Findlay, Ohio. We celebrate and note this incredible accomplishment in your personal and academic life. For many, it did not come easy. Education from a private institution does not come cheap. From tuition to teaching to thinking to tassel, you earned the well-deserved accolades showering down on you today. Again, to quote Homer Simpson, who tells Bart, son, if you really want to get ahead in life, you have to work for it. Now quiet, they're about to announce the lottery numbers. You earned today, And today is all about you, as it should be. But when tomorrow comes and people ask you, how was it? What does it feel like? Are you glad it's over? Was the speaker any good? All those questions. Begin to turn the attention towards others. The focus should be on other people after today. For moments come in life, and this is one of them, when it's all about you. This past Wednesday, I asked my realtor who's managing a property what should be part of this commencement address, and Matt simply said, tell them they are building on a foundation laid before them, and it's not all about getting, life is about giving. And tomorrow you turn the focus toward others. For a brief time, I lived in California, and I learned very quickly the LA motto. Do you know what the LA motto is? Have you heard it? It goes like this: enough about me, let's talk about you. What do you think about me? That's what it does. This is your day, and tomorrow focus on people who are rarely in the spotlight, who take care of our basic needs. The server in a restaurant, the truck driver on the road, a local custodian, a local nurse or doctor, a mail carrier, the people whose lives intersect with ours, who may never feel the warm rain of public recognition. Let me close with these final comments. My dad died in 2016, and the following Sunday I attended worship. It was All Saints Sunday, and the choir sang this anthem with an incredible refrain that said, when my earthly work is done. My earthly work is done. Each of us have earthly work to do. As one writer said, imagine living a life so carefully that there are no signs that you lived at all. Embrace change because it's going to happen. Value your freedoms and pursue your dreams relentlessly and with passion, and don't let anyone get in your effing way when you do that. And focus on others as others have focused on you. God bless you, and congratulations on this remarkable moment and achievement today. Thank you.